Hello, and welcome to our marketing presentation on Liquid Death Water. I, Belinda Singleton, as well as my colleagues Carly Ledbetter and Jacob Kaiser, will be guiding you through our plan. I will start by summarizing some of our general company findings that we felt were important to note, and my colleagues will elaborate further on how these points should be addressed. We do ask that you please hold your questions until the end. First, we want to identify your target market. They seem to be more of a masculine customer base between the ages of 30 and 50 who are health conscious and are looking for a substitute for soda or want to have a similar beverage experience. Liquid Death also brings as a company an original brand identity to canned water. You have fun and you have a darker vibe that is reminiscent of Halloween, and there are certain areas that you can target to capitalize on this strength. The areas that your retail collaborators are focused on are high-end, organic-based kind of grocery stores, and those locations consist mainly of California, Pennsylvania, Florida, with 7-Eleven kind of covering various areas across the United States, because I know 7-Eleven is in most states, but are more concentrated kind of on the East and West Coast. We do feel like there is a bit of a disconnect between your brand and your collaborators, and we have some suggestions to diversify and reach a larger audience. You can see from the table, there are various price points amongst your competitors. So you have a significantly higher price than a lot of your other competitors. So this will be your biggest barrier in reaching new customers. If you have people who have come accustomed to these lower prices, it'll be difficult to get them to switch, but we have points to highlight that will accentuate the benefits that you bring to the table and hopefully motivate them to do so. Your current marketing strategy of replicating an energy drink is extremely original and has potential to be attention grabbing. Adjustments can be made to clarify your product so that it's not confusing, because some people might see it as like, oh, it's an energy drink, but we need to make sure that your customer sees it and identifies what the product is so they don't get confused and buy it and then be disappointed. I will now hand the presentation over to Carly.
Thank you so much, Belinda. Hey everybody, my name is Carly, and I'll be talking with you about how Liquid Death can better connect with their customers, as well as creating a better set of values and how they can go about doing that. So first, how Liquid Death can better connect with customers is building off of their brand identity and using that as an asset. As we can see, they are very humorous and witty. However, their recent campaign to create merchandise called Cutie Palooties, they feature this whale, a turtle, and other sea creatures. And you can see here that it's pretty gory. There's blood coming out and trash. Definitely impactful to show that obviously we don't want to be littering. We are trying to be more eco-friendly. However, for their target audience towards some younger crowds, this could come across as a little intense. It's best if Liquid Death angles themselves to have a slightly softer image, and this way it won't deter customers from the brand. It will instead attract them. The next thing is they could elevate their sparkling water business. This is an area that doesn't quite have a lot of traction yet. If they were to do a campaign, let's say on their social media, which already has such a large following, then they could maybe do an activity where some of their followers could suggest the next flavor that they could create and potentially list some different ingredients. This way there is an increase of brand awareness on their social media, and also it gets more people invested in the brand and it helps them feel more a part of it, and it's a whole ecosystem. So then next, we can talk about how Liquid Death can better create value. Currently, they have an amazing system going with their packaging design. They have custom artwork. So their experiential value is top notch. If they continue doing this, then they'll definitely be able to make more of an impact with their consumers and their audiences. As you can see in the picture here, there is a woman. She's athletic, she's got tattoos, she's totally chugging her Liquid Death proudly. And then with that, economic value comes as a really important subject for Liquid Death. What they can do is build off of their eco-friendly messaging and continue to use their custom artwork. Then people will feel like paying a little higher price for each can of water, whether it's at a festival where it's a little bit upcharged or for a whole case, they'll feel like it's worth it. And for functional value, this is something that can also add to their economic value, because as of now, Liquid Death is only using a pop-off can, so a classic can. It's not reusable. So in a way, it counteracts with their messaging of being eco-friendly because it's not reusable. However, they could do some research and invest in potentially switching to a screw-off cap while still keeping their aluminum material. That way, users can refill, and if they're on the go or if they're at the gym, that way they can rep Liquid Death while still refilling their water, and they don't have to worry about being wasteful or throwing it away. And lastly, they have an already super strong social presence. They have such a following on social media, and a lot of the consumer base post pictures of themselves on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, using the product. They're in the environments. They do celebrity collaborations. I know Tony Hawk is one of their partners. So they're really making waves here. And if they continue to move forward with their social value in those partnerships and advocating for a more organic interaction and earned media, then I think that they will be set up very well. Now I'll hand it off to Jacob, who will continue building off of what we've been talking about with values and how Liquid Death could deliver values and more.
Thank you, Carly. After applying these changes to connecting with consumers and creating even more value, we want to get this product out into the hands of the consumers. Liquid Death is already found in Whole Foods and other high-end organic grocery stores. We want to expand the product in other locations. Specifically in the northwestern region, we think that it would do really well in local coffee shops. These are social hubs for the type of consumer who would be drinking Liquid Death. To expand more in the western states and the midwestern states, Maverick Gas Station is a great location for displaying Liquid Death. Maverick has the slogan of Adventure's First Stop, and with Liquid Death high energy brand, Maverick would be a great location for consumers to go to buy Liquid Death. Some direct channels where Liquid Death is already found is at concerts and music festivals, and we would like to see them more present at sporting events, especially extreme sporting events. At these concerts, they can also have pop-up booths where they can sell the product in person, and people can meet the Liquid Death team and really communicate that brand to them. As far as communicating the brand, we think that mass media campaigns like banner ads on websites that talk about types of art, maybe alternative and punk rock music would be good locations for banner ads, as well as on Pandora and Spotify that have playlists for this type of music. This would directly engage the type of consumers that Liquid Death is going after. Liquid Death already has a great social media presence, and they can continue to expound that presence by pushing into realms of Reddit and other social medias where they're not currently active in. Some video game Liquid Death should sponsor and sponsor Twitch streamers would be Silent Hill, Red Dead Redemption, and Diablo. These are kind of darker games that kind of match the vibe that Liquid Death gives off. While sponsoring these players, they can promote their product to viewers of these streamers. In all, we think Liquid Death is a great product and has a lot of potential, and applying these changes would be very beneficial to the company, and we think that it would bring marketing success. Are there any questions? Thank you.